Facebook. We get into relationship goals with Pastor Simba Holoza. He's the founder and programs coordinator of Strong Bonds Marriage Africa. He's also the author of a book titled The Marriage Handbook and a pastor at Praise City Church. Pastor Simba, good morning.
Good morning, Vikendi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How has your week been?
It's been good. You're back, eh? You were not there yesterday.
Yes. I was on holiday. Is it a holiday? Yeah, birthday something. I had a beautiful time, yes. So, today, what do you call your person? Anzi, you can actually start typing. Send us a message, write in the comment section for Facebook, 077216261.
Yeah, it's not happening more weekend. Yeah, I'm it only been busy because I think after this session today, a relationship session, counseling or whatever. Bozi, manesirana mamjitanas.
Hata nitsana.
Tunakumboita repair your relationship, your work relationship na lewe.
Yes.
Yes.
Apo ya toshi nguti ndindi anti birthday girl no no sorry can I think was
But campinga chet.
But sekuzwa kwangu kuchikoro kunoendesa mwana weekend kuna head mistress akuna head master.
Oh yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, so today we're looking at pet names. Tutasama pet names are sora master embwa. But today we're talking about the nicknames that we give to each other. As lovebirds, as people that are in a relationship, as people that are married. And they're very important. That's the reason why we're discussing this today.
It's not like, oh, it's too small. Like,
I'll start off with a scripture. Genesis chapter 2, verse number 23. It says that, then Adam said, she's now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of a man. Lack of a better name. You probably have a name to describe that person. You probably have a name that you call that person now. So it's very important for us to have such names. It's normal. It's very important, and we'll go into that. Why is it important? This particular scripture, if I do, this was the time that Adam was waking up from this procedure. I don't know for how many minutes or hours, but he was waking up, and then the first thing that comes off his mouth is that pet name, bone of my bones, and also flesh of my flesh. And so the question to us, especially those that are married, what is the first statement that you say to your person? You know, it's very important for us to look at that. Because for us, that's more like an audit of your relationship. Relationship are really part. You know, if it's a person that you care so much for, you've certain words that you say to them. It is very important for us to look at that. Because a relationship, usina a certain language that you have, that you share, the two of you. But relationship ingonaka.
That's not mine. You don't call me like that.
Exactly. Viked, you can't go Kuondo, Usina Stari Mondo. You not change out, you are here, Pastor FM, also I need to talk later next weekend. No mustache Mondo, no my pet names are Twitter. When we are in a relationship that is, that we are enjoying, when we're in a relationship that's thriving, there's also that. So I call these weekend, I call them micro moments, because for us to fill up that love bucket that I always talk about, you need to do that by way of making sure that you utilize what you call micro moments. Those are small moments where you do something, like where you make deposits into your love bucket, into your love bank. Because you don't just wake up and you have a great marriage. You don't just wake up and you have a thriving relationship. You've got to be intentional about putting so Coach Bobo. It's in a Chef Bobo. It's very important for us.
Chef Shingi.
It's Chef Shingi, yeah.
Yes.
So it's very important for us to make sure that we have certain things that we put into our relationships, because if we don't do that, after some few years, together in two different places. There's that emotional a distance. We're disengaged emotionally because we are neglecting those micro moments. And most of these micro moments also are seen in how we communicate, how we address each other. And we see that in these pet names again. We see that in what we call baby talk. There's what we call baby talk. There's some call it couple speak. Then to my insider jokes.
Or baby talk.
Yes, baby talk. I cannot use I love you. I love you. Unekameka tone pinda. Kekunge amai I love you kumwana wavo.
So that's what adults, like when it comes to love.
Baby talk here. We see it very often in our relationship, but we don't know what it is. But that's how it is. When you want to express your love to your person, you sometimes use what they call baby talk. So those micro moments are very, very important because they build up to that thriving relationship that we want. So we need to be creative. We need to come up with these to our names. Relationships. My relationships names like Sweetie, and it doesn't go to know for to refer as title. You can create your own, but I'm just giving you examples.
Anyway, so Pastor Glory,
Glory and I love, my love, normally, and babe. So those are our names that we use.
So for years you've been doing it.
Yes. On what you speak of is the Lord Pastor, Apostle, David Church. We don't do that. We are very intentional about it. Yeah, because for some of us, some pastors, unfortunately, we take our titles Chenda na Okumba. And when we do that, we then create an environment, play, But when you use pet names now, you make sure that the environment is playful and not going to tambika name, because you've removed those big titles. Because my titles are not to start tambika names. Imagine holding hands, namfangeri, or hugging mfangeri, So it's very important for us to then be creative and come up with other names. But make sure that these are names that you're both comfortable with. Both man has told you as to this zero. Rather my nickname. But my nickname I know that was the mama singadi. And so there are names like Sweetie, there are names like Honey, Shewe. Shewe I think is also a pet name for some people.
For some.
Because I think that my pet names in the Chunguchet. I think that's a wrong assumption. Kurumo Muruman to the Irurun's Shewe. It's okay if you can do that, it's fine. To them it will
be a pet name because I would respect you. Daddy. At
the end of the day, you need to know your person. Like I always talk about Nyazima love maps, which you need to understand what interests your partner, what do they like, what do they not like. It is very important. So there are names like that: Vana Hani, Vana Papi, beautiful, gorgeous.
Yes. So it's just different things, eh?
Exactly. It's about knowing your person at the end of the day. But this series but normalize, telling your person to gorgeous. It might not be the name that you use every time, but normalize, throwing such names around so that you create the right environment for playfulness. It's very important. Evangelist, church. One thing that actually irritates me, Weekend, is when I meet a young couple, maybe just 2 months into your marriage, and you look at the guys. They're only 23, 24 years old. And you're like, how many are they? For lack of these important names, important pet names that promote playfulness. It's very important for us to come up with those. So the question also, Weekend, is at what point did we change? At what point did you change? Because when you were dating, it was babe, love, and then now, wakunzi baba, wakunzi amai. I want to understand at what point does that change come? You know, it's a question that I'm just asking you.
Yes,
Just have your own audit your own relationship. Put it, what really happened? Ndaimbonzi my love, ndaimbonzi babe, ndaimbonzi honey, ndaimbonzi sweetie. What then happened? Is it because kuti tatane mwana? Because that's what a lot of people do. Once mwana wangu wapo, vakunzi my nandi, baba nandi. And I'm always saying that when you then do that, you are saying to your person, I'm only related to you because we have a child between the two of us. Ukabisa mwana ye, then ndichakutichi. So it's very important that we prioritize my name's Eliwayo, because ukatanga kudedza munhu wako nesari mwana pane kamwe kanobva pamuri, kamwe ka disengagement kanoitika emotionally, kamwe ka vulnerability kanobva, so it's very important for us to normalize the use of pet names so that we promote that friendship. It is very important, because I can't have you as a friend and I'm always calling you evangelist, apostle.
Yeah.
I want to be at a place where I can call you, hi, Ningi, Urise, Peter, Urise, though you are Apostle Peter. It's very important for us to do that because it promotes the bonding in that relationship. So let's have those names coming in. Like we said, Shona is okay, it can be Chimochangu, it can be Mudiwa. Someone would Rasta Madi, Rasta, another couple that would be Rasta, that's them. So at the end of the day, look for something that you both enjoy. But knowing the idea, the goal is for us to promote playfulness. The goal for us is promote vulnerability towards each other. So you can open up to them easily.
Yeah.
Because we have to
sure any argument pastor simoti muda kunyatosimudzana muchimskawirire munhu akangoti sweetika zvona ndichitaura ndezvo kutotoona kuti ayo zvada kuti tinzwisisane.
That's true.
It's not disrespectful.
Yeah, you can't raise your hand against munhu akuti sweet.
Sweetie.
Ukarova sweet, munhu akuti sweet over murova azvitombobude. So that's why these pet names are very important. Anocultivate futhi ka idea ke respect. It is very important. Coming to nyaya respect, a lot of people confuse respect with fear. These are two different things. Vamwe varume chavanenge vachida chavakuti vari kuda vanozoti respect, but vamwe vacho kuda kutyiwa, and that's different. And that's why for most women they are confused now. They don't know what to do because they are respecting their men according to what they know, but still the man is saying that you don't respect me. What he's looking for probably is fear, kutyiwa and chiremerera, and this is cheap in the cheap people chiremerera chikutsvagwa. So it's very important for us to understand the difference between respect and fear. Respect akusukureva kuti shewe baba sekuru vaningi every time. Okay? It is not that. Respect is not having extramarital affairs. Respect is not kuya kumba late. Respect is not kutuka mwako. So this is respect. And it. But when we talk of pet names, we are not talking about kuzwa kunzi baba ningi, sekuru vaningi, baba ningi.
Anozondijairira akabuta achiti
okay. It's more than that. So why do we use pet names? Very important. Because the Bible teaches us to call things that are not as though they are. To prophesy. And you are your own prophet, we marriage yako. You are your own prophetess, we marriage yako. So what you say then becomes, it materializes, it manifests. So it's very important for you to understand that it's all in the power of your tongue. If you call me sweet, even generally sweet, that it is sweet. So it's very important for you to put value to your words, the words that you speak to each other. Particularly these pet names, they've got a prophetic meaning. Don't wait until your person is sweet before you can call them sweetie or honey. Because you're not going to mirror for the rest of your life. So you'd rather do it even before they've become that. And as you are doing that, you are speaking to them and they are becoming that. So it is very important. Because let me say this to us. We've heard this statement before, but there are 3 men in every man, 3 personalities. The one that you call out is the one that comes out. There's a king, there's a boy, there's a foolish person, there's a fool there. So if you call out the fool will come out. saka muti uri benzi uri zvakati, that thing that you're calling out will manifest in your person. Saka it is very important for you to know how to use these words so that you can bring the best out of your person. It is very important. It is very important.
Just to go through some of the pet names, Anzi Sap Boss Mabande saying Anzi Umskana Nonditi Chef in Dotomuti Comrade. And Kuda in Melbourne says Maive Kwangundavati Wuchi. And I got Dr. Shepherd as well. Vanakujana, my comrade, my relationship. And you've got the Nande Zamurwage Kuti Aseku. Okay.
But you notice with some of these names, these pet names, they also play into gender wars. Because anikamka kudigrade akanoita futi mamwacho. Anikamka kuratidza kuti I'm your source of sustenance. You know, I'm your source. I'm not comfortable with my wife saying to me, "Guti boss," you know, as a pet name, because it then says, "Guti, I'm the one who's supposed to be there at the pass." Saka, we have to be very careful in as far as some of these pet names are concerned. So we now need to be very careful. We now need to vet these names. Very important. But you know, when you then call that which is not as if it's there, you are promoting good character. You are promoting zvakanaka. Zvineka pressure soka zvinoisa pamunhu akaungoudza honey, akaungoudza sweetie, dear, or whatever pet name you are using. They start acting like that. That's why it's important for us to then develop what is called integrity. Because integrity is just simply matching your words, the words with your character. Saka munhu akanditi sweetie, I will try as much as possible to be a man of integrity, to be that sweetie. Because andikachemeri unzi sweetie without a sweet watch. So whatever name you want your person to call you by, you need to make sure that you are ready to be a person of integrity and match those words with your action. Ukanzi sweetie uchibva kubasa muhage womukisa anditi ndizvo zvinoita ndo mabasa ani asweet. So your character must also match with the words, with the pet names. Yeah. And again, there's a point, Viken, that I want to stress. Some names are not good. Some pet names are not good. We have to be very careful. Again, it depends with people. But for me, if I were a young lady and then someone would call me chick, I don't think I would, you know, accept that. You know, if someone would call me chimoko, the fact that it would not augur well with me. Again, I accept it. There are some people that
maybe I made no preference, but then I hear you. I'm your queen. I'm your honey.
Yes,
I'm your
that's
baby.
What I would want.
Yeah.
So kune mama asingazoitawo boss anotidzikisira. So it's very important for us to stay away from those. And again, always talk to your person. Which means that are you comfortable with me using this pet name? Very important. And then we must also understand that some pet names also change with time. Because pampacho munhu ngumatowa kuma-60s, kuma-80s, kuti muchazoramba muchiti bei zvakunetsa because mati kureiwo munongotsvagawo mamwewo zvichingodaro. But what I've noted is that during the honeymoon period, ndopanyanyosenzeswa mapet names zvakanyanya. Tazoti gare tambofamba akusina izvozvo. But we must try as much as possible to make sure that we spice up our our relationship with these names. Because you've got to be intentional again at the end of the day. And you also have to be conscious of the setting, the place. Okay. For instance, if I'm a church, yeah, you can call me apostle, you can call me pastor. My wife can call me that. It's fine. But Kastanga would say, hey, sweet pie, what? During that environment, with pressure. Paneme is another social group. You know. Pamapacho takupa pressure. Vanava ripo takupa pressure. Maybe there's someone achangobva muku firwa or whatever. So we have to be fair.
But then I can say, Mango Jared, oh hey sweetie, do this.
Yeah, sweetie really none. I did it. But kune mamwe weekend ukuthi mama wacho unozonoti asifundiswa kushamisira.
I hear you.
Because tinobotaurawo zvedu mafundisi kana zvatibata. Tichintrochisana maimfundisi wakambotinzwa here. Chidedzera kuti my nana in my banana, my sugar in my coffee, the only mosquito in my mosquito net. But maimfundisi anongangotsikitsira zvavakatarisa pasi achitaura mana idrama rikuitwa here. Hakuna zvakadaro.
Thank you so much, Pastor Steve. I wish we had more time. You can go
Yeah, sure.
watch. We're live on Facebook as well. For those who want to reach you, your contact details.
Please add me on 0773 000 000. Mundu Tarenyu, your marital status and your city. I will put you in an appropriate broadcast list. It is not a group, it is a broadcast list so that you receive important messages or teachings Mondays for marrieds and Saturdays for singles. And also you can get notifications on some of the events that we're having. On the 23rd of September, we have the Summer Love Day Retreat for Couples. Please get in touch with me, then I can give you details. Thank you, Vikendi, once again.
Thank you so much, Pastor Simba. Can't wait for next week. Back with you tomorrow. Remember to pray, keep trusting God, keep believing. Tomorrow belongs to God.